The President and Public Citizen, thank you all for turning out for this news conference to discuss a financial speculation tax. The financial speculation tax is an idea whose time has come, a small levy on all stock, bond, and derivative trades, raise easily $100 billion a year to be used for priority purposes. Today we have a broad coalition that's going to be talking about different aspects of the financial speculation tax. I think one of the things that's interesting about this is the breadth of the coalition, parts of which are represented here, the interest in the twin goals of curbing outrageous Wall Street speculation and a bloated Wall Street sector, and also raising money through a progressive vehicle that can be used for important public policy purposes. We've got 6 speakers, so we'll run through them quickly. I will introduce each of them in advance. We have to sort of navigate a difficult, narrow terrain, so it'll be time for me to jump up as they maneuver. The first speaker today is Damon Silvers. He is the Director of Policy and Special Counsel for the AFL-CIO. He is also the Deputy Chair of the Congressional Oversight Panel that has been one of the keenest and most important critics of the Wall Street bailout and of the issues around financial deregulation. So we will start with Damon.
Thank you, Rob. As Rob said, I'm Damon Silvers. I'm the Policy Director and Special Counsel to President Trump of the AFL-CIO. I serve as Deputy Chair of the Congressional Oversight Panel. I'm speaking here on behalf of the AFL-CIO and not on behalf of the panel. September of last year, President Trump has signed a letter sponsored by the Aspen Institute, together with Pete Peterson and Warren Buffett, a number of American business and financial leaders, on encouraging long-term time horizons in the U.S. capital markets. The first item, the first substantive proposal in that letter, was that Congress ought to look at a financial transactions tax, not for, although I think revenue issues and budget issues were on the minds of many of the signatories to that letter, but the primary purpose that the letter sought to encourage the adoption of such a tax was to encourage the shift of savings from essentially short-term purposes to genuine investment, which is, after all, what the capital markets are supposed to do, move savings to investment. Subsequently, we have become enmeshed in a global debate about how to pay for repairing the damage done to the world's economy by the runaway financial sector and by the profound failure, measured in many different respects, of the financial sector to do the basic job of moving savings into productive investment. That debate is going on in our country, in the halls of Congress, around President Obama's proposal for a bank levy. It's occurring at the International Monetary Fund, at the European Parliament, and the European Commission, truly all around the world. And the momentum in that debate is clearly shifted from the point where the financial transactions tax was something discussed in the sort of academic sidebars to where it is at the very center of the debate. And there's no more powerful evidence than a speech given a week ago at Cambridge University in the United Kingdom by Lord Adair Turner, the director of the British Financial, the FSA, where on the subject, and to an audience of Nobel Prize winners, on the subject of what had gone wrong in economic thinking that had produced the financial crisis, the conclusion of that speech was that there's clearly excess speculation in the financial market, there's clearly economic harm coming from that excess speculation, and clearly a financial speculation tax, so-called transactions tax, is an appropriate response. The European Parliament passed a similar resolution last month, and I am here on behalf of the AFL-CIO, but also speaking on behalf of the International Trade Union Confederation, representing over 150 million workers worldwide, and on behalf of the Americans for Financial Reform, a coalition of 200 organizations committed to comprehensive reform of our financial markets and accountability for Wall Street, to say that a financial speculation tax of the kind that Rob mentioned a moment ago, a small levy basis points, hundredths of a percent, on all financial transactions is now a critically necessary step. A, to move capital markets from speculation to investment. B, to fund cleaning up the mess. What does cleaning up the mess mean? Cleaning up the mess means not just the question of the monies expended for TARP, but the profound hole in our employment markets, in our labor markets. 11 million missing jobs, and the hole in the demand in our economy, the need for further government action on jobs, which is the primary public policy goal of the AFL-CIO, given in light of what will otherwise appear to be sustained 10% levels of unemployment. And finally, setting the fiscal landscape of the United States in a place where it's going to be possible to address the profound deficit that we have in public goods, starting with our nation's infrastructure. $2.2 trillion in monies not invested just in order to keep even that we need to address. That does not get at the challenges of climate change, of electrical smart grids, universal high-speed broadband access, challenges that must be faced in the years to come and have to be paid for. So the financial transactions tax, the financial speculation tax, because it can generate these types of revenue, it can generate revenues commensurate with the problem, because it can do so in a fair manner, relationship both to the distribution of wealth and to who caused the problem, and most of all, because it will move our capital markets in the direction of investment and away from speculation, is at the very center of the policy responses necessary both in the United States and worldwide to the financial crisis and to the long-term challenge of building a sustainable global economy. Thank you.